Hey guys, welcome to the Play for Life Comics FOC Show for 7/9/22. What FOC is final order cutoff. This is our last chance to adjust orders for books usually coming out 3 to 5 weeks out. Uh, so we focus on number ones, possible first appearances, great covers, things like that. We do have an attached Google Docs form for you guys that has all the books that you can fill out that we focus on. There are dozens of other books on the FOC list every week. Great way to access those is if it's a DC title, will be lunardistribution.com. FOC pops right up on there when you go to that. Or if you Google FOC previews, the Previews World site will pop up the current previews for Diamond Distribution, which is our main distributor for the rest of our titles. Plenty of other titles to order. We leave a blank spot at the bottom of the form. You can go in, make special requests. If you want 10 copies of something or something we didn't focus on, we do leave you the option to do that. We're trying a new format here. Let us know in the comments what you think. Before we've had the comic book as a thumbnail and me in the big picture. So we're switching it up, seeing how it goes and trying it out. So you got to try new stuff once in a while. But we'll get started. And this is our FOC show coming up for most of these will be late July, early August. All right. Dead Lucky #1 from Image Comics. This is a #1 coming out August 3rd. And what this is a futuristic, maybe not dystopian, but futuristic version of San Francisco that has been taken over by a big tech corporation that is managing the city with peacekeeping robots. Our main protagonist has left the military, excuse me, and realizes she has the power to control electrical current and may be the only savior for this city that is kind of being controlled by this big tech corp. So Dead Lucky kind of looks, first I thought it might be a Radiant Black spinoff because of the helmet style, but apparently not. So there you go. Dead Lucky coming out 8/3/22. And we do offer 20% discount on all these books. And if you are an out-of-towner, we offer that as well. Just reach out to us about shipping costs. We're already set up for shipping because we also do a sales show. So check those shows out about 3 days a week as well. This is the B cover for Dead Lucky. Golden Rage. Now, this one was interesting, and this is a 5-part series. If your attention span is short like mine, this is a good way to jump in and do a short run. This is in the future, and once women hit a certain age, they are deemed useless, and they are sent off to an island where they can bake cookies and knit and make friends and fight to the death. So that might be interesting. Kind of reminds me of a Image title from a few years back called Bitch Planet. So yeah, it could be an interesting read. There's your B cover for Tula Lotte. Yeah, that's definitely the cool looking one to me. On to a Dark Horse title. This is Frankenstein New World, another short run here. Also out first Wednesday in August. This is a dystopian future, kind of post-apocalyptic. Mankind has been driven underground, and they send Frankenstein up to the surface to kind of survey and see what's left. So that can be real interesting. And you got a great Mike Mignola B cover. I always like his kind of minimalist type work. This was probably the most interesting to me out of these ones this week. Again, another Dark Horse #1. Survival Street. It's kind of a take on Sesame Street. And it's like Sesame Street meets Mad Max. I kind of like the B cover on this one as well. You got a Grover-like character shown in kind of two lights. So yeah, it's post-apocalyptic Sesame Street stuff. So there we go. Another 4-part miniseries as well. ASM number 4, second print. I think they're going to later print this whole run, it seems like. Because I know they've done 1 through 3 so far. So there you go. If you missed out on number 4, or you just have to have every cover, there's your book for that. Amazing Spider-Man number 7. This is the first appearance of the new Oscorp Spidey suit. So who knows what kind of storylines they can spin out of that. Maybe Oscorp starts controlling him. I don't know. There's a lot of potential there for some cool storylines, though. You got your Corey Smith Predator variant. This is one of the better Predator variants I've seen. There's been a couple cool ones they've popped up so far, but I like this one. Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever, number 1. This is out the second week of August with your Bjorn Barron's A cover. So, yeah, great way to jump onto a new Ghost Rider series. And it's got some smoking covers. These things are really cool. I like this one. You got an Adam Kubert black and white there. This one, it's like a homage to the 90s number 1. Same, very similar pose with the Pepe Larraz cover. And then on to another one of their big $9.99 books. I feel like they do these a lot lately. One Shot, giant size Gwen Stacy. You got a Vatine Olivier cover with the spider there. It's kind of cool. And you got a Momoko, if that's your style. Kind of a mod.
Sort of like a 60s Barbie kind of
right
cover.
Yeah. Maybe like a girl group album cover from the early 60s or something, you know. On the Iron Cat number 1, second print, Pepe Perez, out 8/10/22. I think most of the Marvel comics this week are out the second week of August. Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham, Volume 2. I think this is most of his stuff from the last 5 or 6 years. This is out in September. What I will point out about this is we offer 20% off on all our FOC items, except our trade paperbacks. The margins are just a little too thin, but we do try to show a trade paperback or omnibus or something. We usually try to show at least 1 or 2 a week. So there's our pick of the week there for that. So some good fun reading there. X-Men Legends. This is one I'm kind of excited about. This is kind of cool. This is a Nick Bradshaw cover on this. Apparently it's going to be an anthology style book. So probably, I'm going to guess 3 to 5 shorter stories per book that are going to fill in some gaps within the X-Men history. So all kinds of little things, you know. There's going to be like a story about Wolverine working for the government prior to the Weapon X program, maybe some stuff about Beast. So some different, you know, some fill-in stories. So that could be a lot of fun. You got a Dan Jurgens B cover. And my favorite of the week, the Todd Noir catch. I'm joking, guys. Some of these just don't do it for me, but you know. So it's not my favorite cover of the week. I was kind of joking, but still, there you go. If that's your thing, there it is. 007, and I believe this is from Dynamite Comics, number 1. So obviously it's going to be a James Bond thrown back into the fray of stuff as usual. I've read a couple of these series. They usually don't disappoint. They're usually pretty good, and they're usually shorter series. So definitely check that out. You got a Tommy Lee Edwards A cover. I like this one quite a bit. This is a Mark Aspinall B cover. Mark Lamming C cover. Sue Lee. And a blank sketch cover. This one kind of looked interesting, and we were talking about the art style kind of goes back to something like the early Boom stuff that's kind of like Lumberjanes and that kind of stuff, kind of cartoony. This is about a young young girl navigating her way through high school with multiple personality disorder. I assume the girls in the background are various personalities of hers. So there you go. That's something a little different. And from Ablaze, they've been putting out some very interesting stuff. Some of the companies, the indie companies I was really looking forward to, have been outshined by them for sure. You got a B cover from Gustavo Duarte and a blank sketch. Sacrament. Now this one, I'm gonna have Hansel help me out with this one.
Mankind has left the earth, and a disgraced priest is called upon to perform an exorcism on a remote space colony. And when he gets there, he finds out that man can't run from his demons and the devil is real.
All right. Well, there we go. So that's another, I think it's a 5-part mini series, and AWA does some pretty good stuff too. So we'll see what that one's all about. You got a Frusen, I'm not sure if I'm saying that, Marcello Frusen A cover, and a Diodato B cover. This one seemed interesting. Aftershock does some good stuff as well. If you like odd stories like I do, and I read a lot of indies. This is a successful vineyard that's been running for years, but to keep their success, they sacrifice about 4 people a year, I assume, to the seasons, is my guess, to Dionysus, and which is fitting with the vineyard and whatnot. And they do this for years. The guy who runs the whole thing suffers a stroke, and then everything falls to his wife and son, and then you kind of, I guess the comic will follow what goes on from there. So this could be kind of an interesting. I don't know what to call it. Not paranormal, but murder.
Well,
kind of thing.
And it's also going to be probably them, because from the way I read the thing was that nobody except the man knew what he was doing. So they're sort of going to be hit with, okay, if you want us to continue, you've got to do this. And now they're going to be morally and ethically challenged and all that.
And kind of flying blind as well. So there you go, the Vineyard from Aftershock. Zorro, this is our pick from American Mythology Productions. This is a classic Zorro story in black, white, and noir. So I assume it's going to be very pulp type story for Zorro. You got a Kaluta A cover there. I kind of like this one, the Alex Toth B cover. Photo variant. On to the DCs. You got Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 4, which was a first appearance. I don't recall what the first appearance was, but this is the second print on that book. Obviously, it's probably something to do with a Batman, Superman hybrid from the picture. Black Adam, Justice Society Files, Cyclone, number 1. The Hawkman one came out, comes out tomorrow. This is the Carr Andrews A cover. Always does a good job. And this is all lead-ins to the movie. So the movie's coming up fast. So if that's something you want to read up on and be kind of prepared when you go in, that this is for you. DC versus Vampire 8, if you've been following that, it's a good Gilliam March A cover. Main reason we're focusing on this one is the B cover from Nathan Zerdy. Great looking Batgirl covers, just sharp. It kind of takes me back to that old Art Germ Batgirl cover. So there's that one. Harley Quinn 18. Again, we kind of picked this one for some great covers. Got your John Boy Myers A cover. Your Derek Chew cardstock B cover for $1 more, which is pretty good. I think my favorite is the Detective Comics 27 homage, though, with her and Batman flying through the air. That one's just cool. I'll probably, I'm not a big Harley fan, but I will probably grab one of these. New champion of Shazam. This is a Mary Marvel has been offered the mantle of Shazam. In this 4-part miniseries, she will kind of decide if she is going to take it or not. You got a Doc Shaner A cover there. My favorite is the Joshua Middleton cardstock for $1 more. I think it's actually it says it's the same price. So
it's $1 more. It must be a typo on that.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Didn't mean to call them out.
It's all right.
But you got your Middleton variant. They're great. He always does a great job. Poison Ivy. You got your Jessica Fong A cover and another great Middleton B cover. This one kind of reminds me of some Dutch Masters Renaissance type painting almost. It's just got, I don't know, it's got just a classic look to it. So there you go. Great looking cover. Got your Art Germ, and I'm usually a huge Art Germ fan. This one I'm a little on the fence on. I'll probably still get it, but it's definitely a little more conceptual. So there you go. And a Joelle Jones, Jordy Belair swimsuit cardstock cover. This one's kind of cool as well. She's kind of sitting in a Venus flytrap kind of thing. Feed me, Seymour. Sword of Azrael. Azrael has put up the mantle a while back of Azrael, and it's kind of put up the cape and hasn't been active lately. I believe a girl is kidnapped by a group of assassins.
No, a girl comes to him claiming that she was part of the same program that created him.
That's what it was.
And unfortunately, there's a group of assassins who are after her. So in order to protect her, he's going to have to put the mantle back on.
Get back into it. I am not going to attempt to announce this cover artist's name. Nicola Cismesija. Well, I guess I am going to attempt it.
Nicola Cismesija.
Okay. We'll go with that because it sounds better than what I said. Christian Ward cardstock B cover. And that is it for us tonight, guys. If you like these videos, let us know. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Like and share out on Facebook. We find them helpful. Again, we do 20% off all these books. We do ship. Reach out about our shipping prices, and this is a good time to plug our show. For the short foreseeable future, we're going to try out a new thing, but our Tuesdays and Sundays will remain. So Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern, will remain on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. Thursdays, for a time period, we will be trying out Instagram just to see see the difference, see what we can do, and got to try new stuff from time to time. So definitely check that out. And follow us over there. It's Play for Life Comics at Instagram. Check out our upcoming Wake Forest Comic Con, August 20th. You can follow that Facebook page at Wake Forest Mini Comic Con. We look forward to seeing you guys, and we'll catch you next Tuesday about the same time. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Great week.